Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Fesher's Quest for NES, the PAL version. We have all the clues after beating all of the bosses thus far. And there's only one place left to go, now that we have beaten all the bosses. And that is onward to another area. That reminds me, I need to equip the bulb and the gun before I do anything not smart. I only had to fight one frog. That was amazing. Now to go through the sewers, where, other than these things, we won't have to deal with much of anything else. A few dome-shaped enemies and a slime showed up, but I was easily able to pick them off. And now, we just need to circle around this area and get to that gravestone over there. Because once we get to that gravestone, we're in the UFO. Okay. We need to keep the gun equipped at all times, because we're going to need it for all the enemies that we're going to be fighting here. So these little bouncing pink things. Definitely want to take them out with the gun. The whip won't work. And now to start looking for other enemies so I can talk about them too. These things, they're much like the spikes, or not the spikes, but the slimes from the sewers. Except in this case, because we're playing the PAL version, they're only going to take one hit before they die. And there's going to be another enemy coming soon, pretty darn fast once we go through these little winding corridors here. And it's these little things that shoot out the bubbles. These little green dome-shaped things. When they open their mouth to shoot the bubbles, that's when they're vulnerable. But thankfully, because we're playing the PAL version, they too take one hit to destroy. Also, I need to equip the noose because this is the one place where we're going to need it. And it's going to be against, if we find it, these things. These little one-eyed creatures with the little 3 satellites rotating around them. If you see them, use the noose immediately to wipe them out. The noose acts as a screen-clearing bomb. Alert shows up, says you rang, and then all enemies on screen are destroyed, as I mentioned in the last video. I believe that the nooses were the thing that we got last. And now we need to continue our way through here. And this little area here is the next area where we got to enter. The little green domed enemies will be showing up. But as long as I keep firing, I can easily wipe them out. Do not want the downgrade on the gun, no matter what. And now the little bouncy pink guys are showing up. Did not want them to show up. I better get rid of him before he causes a problem. And now, it's time to use the noose. And, well, whenever necessary, because I'm pretty sure those little guys that I told you to use a noose on, they will come back in this area, I believe. Could be wrong, but, well, they could show up here, so we got to be careful. And what do you know? There it is. Well, there's 2 of them. Looks like there's 2 of them. Let's go ahead and take them out with the noose, and there we go. And there's another one. I'm going to... Excuse me. Went down the wrong pipe. I'm going to have to mute that. And that's what I was saying. It's a good thing I took them out, because those things are going to be nothing but trouble if you try to take them out with the gun. And I managed to avoid getting shot from upstream. Not from upstream, but from way away from where I was. Because apparently the enemies were able to fire through the wall. Right there. How many nooses do I have? 10? Okay. Alright. Well, we're pretty much out of there now. So let us go ahead and shoot our way through here. And this is where we're going to need to go next. Okay, we're going in the right direction. I just now realized. I thought I was going in a loop. Because I've only played the UFO stage only a couple of times. But nope, I'm going in the right direction. There's another big room that we need to enter really soon, and we're about ready to enter it. I just need to make sure that I can survive through here. And I'm getting a lot of these little bouncy pink guys. But here's the room. As soon as we enter this room, we need to go west and then go south once we can't go west anymore. We will have to face a few frogs just from being in that corner, but it'll make things a little easier, and we won't have to deal with harder enemies while we're here. At least when we're in that part of the UFO at the very least. Now we just need to follow the path. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to face some new enemies when I enter this area. Well, I thought we were, but there are some green enemies with some rather long arms and claws. They do show up there. If they do, just use the noose to take care of them. They should go down fairly easily. So once you're out of that area, you go south. Well, once you're in that area, you turn around. You make a U-turn there. You go south, and at the fork, you go east, and then you're gonna end up here when you follow the path south. You do want to go in the direction that I just went to get here. And it won't be long until, well, we're going to have to deal with some enemies first, unfortunately. Whip upgrade, I'll take it. And those are the guys that I was thinking of earlier. That guy right there. If you fire at them, they will shoot bubbles. But if you take them out with a noose or leave them alone, they won't. And now I'm getting these guys again. Fun. Time to start using the noose just a little bit more. And now these guys are kind of getting in the way a little bit, but thankfully I can fire them repeatedly and eventually take them down in one hit. Want to be careful on the way there because I can still get the occasional weapon downgrade, which I don't want. And we should be done here, I think, with these guys. Yes, we are. And now we are here at our final destination. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip the whip, and I'm going to equip the invincibility potions. I almost said invisibility, but you are invisible, sort of, but you're also invincible. So let's go north. Let us get between these two turrets and keep striking it with a fully powered up whip while we use the invisibility potions. If we know what we're doing, we can take out both of these turrets with a fully powered whip at the same time. Now, that's not what I wanted to stand. That's where I wanted to stand. Okay. You want to stand in the southeast corner in a spot where these little brown projectile balls can't hit you. If they're not touching you at all, if they do this wide little sine wave pattern and they don't touch you at all, you're standing in the right position. From there, you want to keep still, you want to stay put, you want to equip the missiles, and you want to aim at this little triangle-shaped thing in the center. From there, just keep launching missiles at it. You may have to keep pressing B several times until you get the thing targeted, and then you want to fire the missiles once you do. When you do that, you will fire a bunch of missiles at the thing, and you will definitely hit the boss where it hurts. This is something that you do want to do. This is how you're going to be beating this boss. And I am really looking out against this boss because I am hitting with more missiles than usual against these things. I don't know if when you fire missiles makes any sort of real difference, but I seem to be lucking out with more of the missiles thus far. But yeah, this is how you fight the final boss. It's not that hard, amazingly. It's a little easier if you're playing on the PAL version because everything takes less hits. Just waiting for this boss to finally go down, and then we can finally end this game. Hoping I don't run out of missiles before that happens. That would be bad. Alright, we got at least 4 hits there. That's good. Come on, hit the thing already, will ya? Come on. Want to get this out of the way already. Really? Man, I am not hitting with as many missiles right now. Maybe it does make a bit of a difference when I launch my missiles. Did I run out of missiles? I sure did. I wonder. Can I fire the gun at this thing? I can. I'm going to equip the potions first, just to be safe. The regular potions. And then I'm going to fire, or use the invisibility potions, and then fire this thing. There we go. In case you do run out of missiles, you can fire the weak spot with your gun. Just be sure you have enough invisibility potions to make it happen. And once you destroy this final boss, you free everybody that was kidnapped by the aliens. You free them all out of the UFO, especially your brother, Gomez. And then the UFO blows up in spectacular Sunsoft fashion. And from there, we are hailed as heroes. Or hero. Fester did all the work. But yeah, this is the ending for Fester's Quest for the PAL regions. This is the PAL version of Fester's Quest. How does this game stack up? Well, I stand by my opinion of this game from both of my earlier playthroughs. It's a pretty good game once you know what to do. And if you need an easier version of this game, the PAL version is the one to go for. Graphics are still as good as ever. You can tell what Fester looks like. You can tell what other things are supposed to be, I guess. They really went all out with the enemies, so only thing that's really copied from the game, or from the Addams Family, is, well, the Addams Family, as well as some of Fester's mannerisms, such as using a bulb to light the way in the sewers, among other things, and using a whip, more than likely. Sound and music, they're what you would expect from the era from Sunsoft. Music is pretty good too. I definitely love that synthesized bass. Control is alright. I never really had any problems with it. You may have to figure out how to get the missiles to work, as well as how to equip things. But once you figure stuff out, it's a pretty good game to go through. And the replay value, once you beat this game, there's not really much of a reason to play through it again, unless you want to see how you can get through it after not playing it for a while. Though with the PAL version, it is easier, so you will have a better time with the PAL version. So, do I recommend this game? I mentioned with the NTSC version both times, they're worth giving a shot, even though the NTSC version, the American version, the version that we got here in the States, was the harder version of the two. Still worth giving a shot and putting some time into it. And my opinion has not changed with the PAL version. Though this one is a little easier. If you're having trouble with the American version of the game, play this one first. You'll have an easier time figuring things out when it comes to what to do. And you won't have to do a whole lot of fighting and shooting and item using to do that. And this version of the game can act as a nice stepping stone towards the American NTSC version. So, yeah, if you need an easier version of Fester's Quest, pick up the PAL version, get it however you can, and play it that way. Then try the American version. You'll definitely notice that the American version is harder compared to the European. So there's that. But, yeah, give this game a shot if you can. If you can somehow get your hands on the PAL version, definitely play it. It's definitely the better version. It's definitely the easier version. It's definitely the version that I recommend. Even though I could get through the NTSC version if I had to, I still like the fact that things are made easier here. At this point, I'm going to ramble if I keep talking, so this has been Let's Play Fester's Quest. Hopefully I'll be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching, and see you guys later!